Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Enlightened World Network. Here at Enlightened World Network, we bring a meditation a day live for you every day. And today I'm so pleased to have with us Ansley Weller, who is going to bless us with a beautiful meditation today. Welcome, Ansley.
Thank you so much, Terry. Thank you for uh, having me today. It's so good to share this with everyone and get to know you better.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this meditation. My soul needs it right now. So I'm going to just turn it over to you to bless us, and I'll be back afterward.
Okay, we've got you covered. So, hi, everyone. My name's Ansley Weller, and it's just so nice to tune in to a a group of people that are really sowing the field of consciousness in such a consistent way on a daily basis. And I love that it's a world network. This is the whole world, and just putting that shining that light for the whole world. So it's really nice to be a part of this network and be in this global consciousness. So the one of the things that I thought would be great to do today is it's a meditation called Metaphysical Amends, and I'm actually getting it from my mentor's book. His name is Benjamin W. Decker, and this book just came out um, at the end of last month. It's called Modern Spirituality, and it is page 72 of this. It's called Metaphysical Amends. And just to give a little bit of context for me, I uh, just had a situation like where I was doing a rehearsal, and I was just kind of learning the song. I was singing it for the very first time, and one of the people was like, I don't know if that's the best song for you. Maybe choose another one. And I'm like, we're just learning it. Like, we're just learning it. And I kind of I didn't love the way that I responded to it. I definitely was coming uh from a place of defensiveness and ego, and um just feeling like a little unsafe, like, oh, I'm just in rehearsal, like this isn't a performance. Just give me a week with it, it'll come out fine, and and so I had to go, and I first had to make a metaphysical amends in the spirit, and then I had to go and communicate directly and make an amends in person. Amending was needed, and me and this person, we do work on a team together, and at least once or twice a week we put on a service and a performance. And I everything I do, I do it in my own life on the micro level, and then I also think about the macro level, and I think about how it can apply to the whole world, and like how I can serve humanity, and what these tiny little life lessons that might seem so small, what the implications really are for how they can actually be applied to other teams. Because with COVID-19, we've all had to really come together and work together and problem solve together. Even when we go into stores, like we have to really be very considerate about everything, the distancing, the masks. It's the way that we look at one another and connect with each other and respond to each other and interact, the dynamics. And the way I see it, like, if we want to have a global consciousness and we want to be in a global mindset, we have to not allow ourselves to we want to practice responding rather than reacting. And like, we might feel defensive, but if we do it right, that other person doesn't ever have to even know about it. If we can be smooth in the moment and we can create peace. I've been talking with Terry, and she's on a peace tour. So I really love that. Like, what if we create peace instead of uh disputes and wars? What if we seek to understand the perspective of where another person is coming from? And it's not what you say, it's really, to me, it's how you say it. And I think the tone of voice and the timing is very important for this meditation today of metaphysical amends. And when we do that work on a metaphysical level, when we're in that safe uh, space of meditation, we can really rest our thought all over the world. We can rest our thought on like really big issues, and really come together and try to solve some of these problems. And it really does all begin with, like Terry is so aptly speaking to me about, creating peace. And so let's just go right into meditation and see what happens. So let's just take a minute to really get still, really get centered, really commit to spending this next 15-20 minutes together, and really give this our full attention to the best of our abilities. And let's get to a point where we're in a willingness to experience metaphysical amends with the things, the places, the people, the issues that bother us the most, that cause us disturbance, that cause us maybe depression, that cause us anxiety. Let's chip off a little bit off at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So let's just have at least an open-mindedness and a willingness to surrender, and have a willingness to be in harmony with this person, place, thing, whatever it is. Maybe it's election season, maybe it's something with work, maybe it's something with a family member or a loved one, maybe we're extremely worried about someone, our child or our grandchild or a client, whatever it is. Maybe there's something going on with the weather. Whatever the case may be, let's all keep a really open mind that we can transform the way that we see this situation. We can transform the way that we see our world, and we can really practice transforming the way we interact with our individual world and then also the world at large. So go ahead and breathe in. Breathe out. Fill your lungs with air. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. You may be tempted to breathe through your mouth. For today, just go ahead and breathe in and out through your nose. Have a willingness to feel what's coming up. Use the support of the group, the support of the sound of my voice, and the support of your commitment to this practice of stillness and meditation. There is divine aid. You are not alone. You do not have to do this all by yourself. You have divine aid to lean onto, to lean into. Breathe in, breathe out. Let your breaths break up some of this heaviness that you may be feeling, some of this personal sense that you may be feeling, some of these emotions that you may be feeling. really protect your entire field and set some boundaries and borders so that you're letting the love in, but you are being able to stay steady and not absorb something that isn't yours. One of the great things about this work is knowing what is yours to solve and what energy is yours to deal with and what is a cry for help. So if you're feeling uh, something extra in terms of turbulence, just take it as like getting a call on the phone of someone who might need your help, might need divine assistance, might need practical assistance. If someone has been unkind to you or projected some anger onto you, open your heart to have a willingness to forgive them. Perhaps they did the best they could in that moment. Again, perhaps it is a call for help. A lot of the magic in this work is of genuine metaphysical amends, is seeing our part. What is our part? Where were we not as considerate as we could have been? Where were we maybe reactive? Maybe it was something that happened 2 weeks ago, even maybe a year ago. Sometimes we don't realize that there may have been something that we might have done to set the ball rolling. It might have happened a while ago and things might be coming to a head. And when we can really get out of that victim consciousness and have a willingness to empower ourselves to seeing our part, we can experience real change. So ask the spirit to let you know if there was a misunderstood statement that you may have made. Perhaps there was a careless act of dishonesty. Perhaps it was something small, maybe a miscommunication. We all make mistakes. It's okay to make a mistake, and there's power in admitting the error and acknowledging it. A lot of the time, people manifest resentment at us or towards us because they feel unacknowledged about something. Often, anger is caused by someone feeling disrespected or unacknowledged about something. And most of the time, we don't even realize that this is going on. Breathe in, breathe out. Be brave. It is safe to examine yourself and your character. We learn by making mistakes. That's how we learn. Go ahead and send yourself some compassion. Ask yourself, why is this situation in my life? Why is it in my movie? What is it showing me about myself or my past self? Perhaps it's an old timeline where now you have enough power to deal with it. Maybe you didn't 2 weeks ago, and that's why it's coming up now. We're always advancing. The law is progress. There is a purpose to this power to show us peace. So perhaps we've gotten that download about what our part may be. Perhaps we had a false belief, perhaps we had a fear, perhaps we were resentful, perhaps it was the tone of our voice, or maybe um, we had an overreaction to something. So take a minute to meditate on what made it possible for the harm to be done, either to us, maybe we didn't set a boundary, maybe we didn't have a conversation up front. Um, what Maybe it was something that maybe we weren't taking enough time for ourselves. Maybe we need to realign our priorities, change some of our daily habits, meditate more, write more, really listen to our soul's mission and our soul's purpose, and be in the flow, be in the divine timing, be obedient when we're given an assignment to execute it eloquently and efficiently and orderly. So we're all here to improve. We're really here just competing with who we were yesterday. How can we level up every day and make little tweaks and little changes every day? So I want you to hold that person or that institution in your mind's eye. Drop into your heart and open your heart on what it would be like to experience harmony with that person, to experience amends with that person, to really build on a more accurate, true foundation. Perhaps this rift happened because there was something built on a false foundation. How can we, just like building a house, how can we tear down the old and build on a new, sturdy foundation? What would you say to this person? What would you want to hear from them? Would you perhaps choose to love them unconditionally, even in their imperfection? Really breathe through it. Really use your breath to change the way that you see the world and the way you interact with the world and with this person or this place or this institution. sometimes when we're hard on other people, it's because we need to forgive ourselves. They're showing us something that we haven't awoken to yet in ourselves. And ask yourself the question, why is this person in this scene of my life, in this season of my life, in this movie of my life? What do I need to learn from all this? What do I need to learn from them? They are my student and they are my teacher. What are they telling me about me? So it's almost like a knot. I'm sure we've all had that situation with a cord or headphones or a jewelry where everything gets tangled up. Energy's the same way. These risks are the same way. So our breath and our stillness and our shared presence can all work together to untangle these snarls, these knots, to set things right, to alter this in the air. Do you feel the alteration? Do you feel the amends? Do you believe that the relationship can be adjusted? That the tides can turn? Perhaps this is a new season. Perhaps this is a nudge that the seasons are changing, that the winds of change are blowing in and rearranging everything. And perhaps we can be more open for all things to be made new, for a new beginning. Thank you so much for your courage today, for your open-mindedness, for your honesty with yourself, and for your willingness to participate in changing the way that you see the world and to change the way that you interact with the world. And let us know what happens. Let us know what happens with the amends. You've done the hard part now. You've done the metaphysical amends portion of it, and now we get to see what's going to transpire in the physical. So we'd love to know all about it. Thank you so much.
Ansley, thank you for giving us permission to be human. That's what I felt when you said we learn by making mistakes. So many times we feel like we have to be perfect. You know, we have to please others or, just give in to demands, but we can make mistakes and then do the work to forgive ourselves as well as forgive others. I really appreciate this meditation today. I appreciate all the thought processes that you led us through to bring us to that place of just being. There's such joy in just letting go. And one thing that I have learned along my journey, my life's path, is that once I let go and stop trying to hold the reins for everything, miracles happen. And I know that what you led us through today, this process, is something that can bring about those miracles. So I am so appreciative of you. and of what you brought to us. And like you, I would love if anyone wants to type in the comments what your process was for you, if you really resonated with it, if you are willing to do the work that's involved to really let go. And, life's too short to hold grudges or resentments or anything that's low vibration. It's all about love. It's all about finding that love and joy and peace in our lives. And this was the perfect meditation for me to hear today. So I just want to thank you from me, as well as for our listeners, for really blessing us with this today.
Thank you so much, Terry. Thank you so much for the work you do. And if anyone wants to read more about Metaphysical Amends, this book, Modern Spirituality, it's out on Amazon and all places books are sold, the Kindles. It's a guide to the heart of mindfulness, meditation, and the art of healing by Benjamin W. Decker. He has 3 other meditation books as well that are all really excellent. And so it's really, the time is now. Like, what does spirituality mean in 2020? What is it going to mean in 2021? Everything's changing. We have to have more of a universal global mindset, more of a problem solving, unselfish, all hands on deck kind of mindset. So there's some great work in here that has really helped me kind of know how to really make it practical and really embody it and become it, and have, like, spiritual life is not a theory, we have to live it. So
Exactly. I'm going to check out that book. I wrote it down.
great.
And I do lead a book club on Wednesdays. That's part of Enlightened World Network. So
Wow.
we're always looking for wonderful books to bring up and explore together. So that's definitely one I will check out. And
Yeah, that would be so great for the club.
yeah, yeah, I encourage anyone that wants to join our book club. It's called Soul Food Book Club, and we
Ooh,
meet every Wednesday here at Enlightened World Network
wow. What time?
at 1 o'clock Eastern.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Great.
think it would be 10 for you on
Mm-hmm.
the West Coast. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that may be a possibility for the future. I'm definitely going to go in and look at that. And I love what you brought for us today. So if that's any taste of it, then I think it's going to be a perfect fit. So thank you. And Ansley, tell us about how we can reach out to you. How can we find you on social media and get more of your blessings?
Oh. I would say the best way to reach out to me is on Instagram. I have, I'm always looking at the direct messages or just comment on
Mhm.
any of the squares. I'm also on Facebook, and all my other info's on there as well, if like my website and everything. So yeah, Facebook, Instagram, come say
So on Instagram, is it just your name?
Ansley.Weller.
Okay.
And
I
Facebook.
will send you, I'll send you a request there as well. I
Please.
know we're connected now on Facebook. So yeah, I definitely want to get with you more about what's going on and get to meet you in person. That would be a real blessing for me to be able to do that when I come to California.
Perfect. We've got to make it happen. You'll be
We
hearing
will.
more.
I'm hearing the angels. I'm hearing them say yes.
Hey, yes, I'm so excited. Check out the land, California land, the Los Angeles land. So
We'll connect them. Okay, well, thank you again. Many blessings to you on your journey, and thank you for leading us today in this meditation. Thank you to everyone that tuned in and those who will tune in later. We do a replay of the meditation every day at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. So if you missed some of this, or if you want to share this with others, just let them know. We'll be back on again at 10 o'clock to share it. And they can watch the replay anytime here at Enlightened World Network. So thank you all, and stick with us here at Enlightened World. There's many things going on throughout the day, And I know later tonight, Robert Painley will be on with Spirit Focus tonight at 7 Eastern Time. So blessings to all of you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye now. Bye, Ansley. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Terry.